Okay. The Lion King has came out today, and the movie will suck. This movie will completely destroy Disney's reputation, and it will collapse the film industry. We're tired of remakes, if you haven't noticed. Hollywood has been making these dark, gritty remakes every year, and nothing has changed. They always start off with, if you notice, they always start off with a fade into black or a fade out to black. All the movie trailers do this. No sort of artistic variation in any of the movie trailers. It's always fade to black or fade into black. It's no sort of originality. Even in the movie trailers, they're not having fun with the movies. It's always trying to lure you into the theater with the most cheap editing gimmicks ever. So let's watch this fade to black. See, look, it's, and then fade in. It's so retarded. Every single movie trailer has this stupid transition, and it's just insane. It's just insane. All movie trailers are literally laid out exactly the same, and it's just lazy. It's lazy. Who's ever editing this, you're lazy, and you have no sort of originality, and I don't even know how you even made it to the editing booth. Seriously, like, any buffoon can just add a fade to black every 2 seconds. We're four seconds in, and we already got 2 fade to blacks. So this is just insane. It's insane. Hollywood is trying too hard to act like they're dark and gritty, but really it's just cheesy and corny and pathetic and annoying. And fade to black is just one of those elements. So let's watch the rest of this.
Life's not fair.
Okay, so now 8 seconds in, we already got a crappy CGI mesh. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be a canyon? Is it supposed to be a valley? What is this? Environments like this don't exist in the real world. And thing is, in animation, I mean, it's passable. It's passable. But when you try to add it to the real world, it just ultimately looks retarded, and it just hurts your eyes. Looking at this literally hurts my eyes right now. Like, what am I even supposed to be looking at? What is this? What is this? What is this supposed to be? Is it supposed to be a mountain? Why is it all shaped like dicks? Why? See, that's Disney for you. Always adding in subliminal messaging. So let's watch the rest of this.
Is it, my little friend? While some are born to feast.
Another fade to black for absolutely no reason. So they add a crappy fade to black.
Others spend their lives.
No, that's 2 fade to blacks.
Others spend their lives in the dark.
Can't they just come up with a different transition besides fade to black? Like, I can understand using it every now and then when there's really a dark moment. I mean, fade to blacks, they used to be only used when there was a seriously dark moment in your film, but now every single film is adding in a fade to black every 2 seconds, and then it just completely debunks the entire notion that your film is dark, because then just ends up getting annoying and cliche and dumbed down. That's what this film is doing. They're not actually doing things sparingly. They're doing it every 5 seconds or every other second. It's just annoying. It's just annoying. Like, watching these trailers now, you're literally just rolling your eyes because they're just going through the motions. Oh, look, Scar, a CGI lion that talks. So believable for a live action film. This film was never even supposed to be made into live action. It was always supposed to be an animated classic. And it's like a video game cutscene. It's literally like a video game cutscene. If you think this looks realistic, what is wrong with your eyes? You probably need to get your eyes checked, because this doesn't even look realistic. And it's not just the way they look. It's not just the lighting. It's not just the textures in the animated models. It's also their movements. Their movements are too stiff. Their movements are too non-natural, meaning their movements aren't actually moving in a physical manner that reflects the real world. Look at that. They don't even move real. And more fade to blacks. How annoying. How redundant. How redundant. You literally use fade to black like 60 times in one 2.5 minute or 2 minute trailer, and it's just annoying. It's just annoying.
Begging for scraps. Everything you see exists together in a delicate balance.
What? Look at that bird. What is that? It looks so fake. It could be real, but it doesn't look real in this movie. Oh my god. This is like 2001 level animation. And Disney's supposed to be the king of animation? What is this? I don't even know what the heck I'm looking at. What is this? What is that bird? What is that bird? Jesus.
While others search for what they can take, a true king.
And the only thing I believe that's James Earl Jones' voice. And I believe that is the only good thing about this trailer. I will be the optimist of the situation and say that James Earl Jones made this trailer slightly tolerable, but if it didn't have him, then it would honestly just be a joke.
Searches for what he can give.
No. No, 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 no. No. How? How could you even watch this? I couldn't even imagine myself watching this, like bringing myself into the theater to watch this. No. It just looks so fake. It looks terrible. Look how the animals move. They don't even look realistic. Look at that.
Run away.
Jesus. It's like, okay, the problem with CGI is they don't get the physics of how things move right. Some things are way too light, which make it look unrealistic. Some things look way too heavy, which makes it look unrealistic. That's why it's so hard to replicate the real world when it comes to animation, because you can't get all the physics right. That's why people mostly use motion capture when they're trying to make the most realistic animation. And I'm not sure why Disney didn't do this when making this film. I mean, they could have just sampled lines moving and use that, but instead they decided to animate it by hand, and now it just looks tacky and terrible. Everything in this film just moves unrealistic, and it just hurts my eyes to watch. It's like eye rolling every time I see some CGI pop up on the screen. I hate CGI, so maybe I just hate CGI. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I hate watching unrealistic crap. Maybe I just hate watching unrealistic special effects. Maybe that's why I don't like this film. Maybe that's why. Maybe if you enjoy watching unrealistic special effects for 2.5 hours, maybe you'll like this film. Maybe you'll like this film. But as for the rest of us, we're gonna hate it.
Wait, Simba. And never return.
What did they do to my favorite characters? What did they do? They've reduced them down to realistic looking fake CGI and a poor like, look how fake the grass looks. Even the grass looks fake. What is this? What is this supposed to be? Bushes? It looks like a blur. Do they paint that in by hand? What is this? What am I looking at? Oh, more. It's like every time a character in this film moves, it just looks so unrealistic. It's like the animators had no idea what they were doing. Like, you can't make live action blurred with CGI trying to make it look realistic, because you're not doing it unironically. Who Framed Roger Rabbit blended animation with the real world, but it was doing it in an unrealistic way. I don't think there's ever been a movie that's actually been supposedly live action that has tried to use animation and had it properly blended in and basing their entire movie on. I don't think that's ever been done, because it just looks so fake. It looks fake unless you use motion capture like Planet of the Apes did. But this film, it's just a joke. It's just honestly a giant, steaming hot joke. Again, bad CGI water. It's just so bad. Looking at this film, it's just bad. It's like a bad video game cutscene. What is this, Nintendo 64 water? It's just blurry. Blurry.
You must take your place.
And now that we have it in real life, I find I need to address the elephant in the room. Why is everybody praising the lions when the lions have to eat them? If we're going to try to make this film realistic, why are these animals praising the lion? Shouldn't they make it in a realistic way, where that the animals fear the lion, not praise him? I mean, I'm just saying, if you're going to try to make it realistic, you have to change some parts of the script. You can't just make it a scene-for-scene remake, because some things will just not look good on the screen, and some things will just make your eyes roll, because these animals literally get killed by lions, and somehow they all praise and worship him. So I just find that amusing, an amusing thought.
In the circle of life.
It's like every trailer is the exact same. You got the fade to blacks, you got the callbacks to the old movie that was better, and then you show some silly soundtrack that came from the old movie to try to entice people to come into the theater, to basically cash in on people's nostalgia. It's all the same. Fade to black. I mean, I could edit a Hollywood movie, but I'm not going to edit it like this. I'm not going to look at. I'm scrolling through. You could just visualize how many fades to black there are. It's just insane. It's just absolutely insane. So let's look at this. That doesn't even, like, his hair is not even moving when he's walking. Have you noticed that? Like, his hair is just static. Like, we notice stuff like as small little details like that is what makes this film unwatchable. Like, unwatchable. It's just the heck is that? Animals don't even act like this in real life. So why would I go see a live action version of The Lion King when animals don't even act like that in real life? It's just defying logic and reason. But anyway, this film, it has 44 million views on YouTube. So of course it's going to make money, or at least break even. It's not going to flop or anything like that. But I'm just saying, if you keep giving your money to Disney and keep supporting these films that just remake old classics, you're basically funding a machine, and you're not supporting real artists. You're not supporting real directors that actually have a talent for making films. Instead, you're supporting posers that have no interest in making a good film and only are interested in making money.